Good afternoon, Boom Beach. You're watching Snuggles Plays, and I'm your host, the one and only Snuggles. In today's episode, guys, I'm going to talk through with you my War Factory attacks and replays. Now, I'm doing this one slightly different this time, guys. So what I've done is I haven't actually recorded for you my actual live, as it were, gameplay footage of my attacks of War Factory, and that's mainly for a couple of reasons. First of all, because as many of you will know by now, having already seen War Factory, it was a bit of a bugger, if I can say that on YouTube. It was a pretty hard looking one. There was lots of lasers everywhere, and it was most of the map was just made up of prototype defences. There was like nothing you could really sparky hack away. So at first glance, it really was a bit of a nightmare War Factory, and because of that, I actually didn't know quite how to approach it, what troops to use, etc. And I was just staring at it last night, literally for just hours and hours, just trying to decide the best way to do it, the best troops to bring, what would be the best and what would be the simplest as well for you guys out there, and some of you like mid and lower level players who perhaps aren't so confident with Zookas and smoking and the Zooka bullet shocking timing trick and all the rest of that stuff. So yeah, I thought rather than, like press record and then you listen to me on the video going and having lots of pauses while I try and figure out live on record what I'm going to do, and the video perhaps being like really long, I thought I'd think about it and do all that off record and then just do the attacks and then just show you the attacks. So, also the second reason is I think I'm coming down with a cold. I was sneezing. I've been sneezing a lot. I was sneezing a lot yesterday and last night, and been sneezing again this morning. And so yeah, I didn't really want to. You could perhaps maybe hear it in the sound of my voice. I perhaps sound a bit more sort of snuffly or whatever than previously, so I didn't want to be on the video just sneezing and snuffling and sniffing and whatever, blowing my nose. So yeah, it's not very pleasant for you guys to listen to. So yeah, so that being said, let's whoops, wrong button. Let's jump into here. My War Factory attack. So first thing, I got War Factory down in 3, which I thought was really, really good, and I'm really, really impressed with that. Ever so impressed with that, in fact. So the first attack, get it up here, so I'll just pause it. So here, so this is what War Factory looks like for those of you that haven't yet got it. So as I was saying, as you can see, there's a ton of lasers. I mean, let's just count them. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, 13, 14. There are 14 laser beams on this map, and also quite a few doom cannons, a couple of shot and a few shock blasters, and a couple of hot pots. So yeah, the vast majority of this map, guys, is made up of prototype weapons. There's absolutely nothing to be sparkied here. So I looked at this and I came to the conclusion that if I basically tried to clear this whole right section of lasers and the grappler and those doom cannons just underneath the core there, well, first of all, I thought I'd BART out the shields, and then I'd like land troops and just clear that whole right section. Try and get that whole right section clear, get rid of all those lasers, and then I thought I'd come in and stand somewhere and finish off the core. So even as I was actually still doing these attacks, guys, at points I still wasn't quite sure how it was going to go and how I was going to sort of finish it and whatnot. So I'll just play it now for you. Where's the play button here? Right, there we go. So yeah, so there we go. So I decided the shields were a problem. So I decided that, I think it was like just over a 2 million health shield. And So I thought, well, you can't really leave that. With the amount of lasers that are just everywhere, you can't really leave that. There's no safe spot to park Zookas or really most any other troops, so I thought, and just pound away at that core. So I thought, well, the shields have to go. So I thought, well, I'll BART them out, and then I'll land troops and try and clear this whole right section, and then see where we get to and take it from there. So I threw 3 barrages, I think it was, on those shields at the back there. And then I think I was down to like 30 odd gunboat energy left. So then I thought, right, well, let's just speed this up a bit. I'll land troops. Now, troops, I decided to go with Riflemen, Cryoneers, and Medics. And as you can see, guys, so I've launched my troops here. I threw critters to distract the grappler for the initial launch of the troops. Oops, I'll just put that back to normal speed for you. Shocked the doom cannon. And as you can see, guys, now, because I thought with all the rifleman damage boosts and everything, I mean, I did think about bringing RZCM, but I thought with so many lasers, even though they're only level 1 lasers, I thought, well, they're probably still going to kill my Zookas pretty damn quickly. So I thought, no, I won't bring the Zookas, I'll just bring Riflemen, Medics, and I brought 1 boat of Cryoneers just so that I could have them slow down the rate, the attack rate of all the defences. I thought that might help. So as you can see, guys, I'm not doing too badly here. This was my first attack. Managed to get rid of that doom cannon, managed to get rid of 4 of those lasers on the right hand side. Kept shocking the doom cannon. I brought Sparky with her critter swarm for extra critters. To distract everything. And yeah, so as you can see, guys, this was the first attack, and I was quite pleased with what I actually managed to get done. I managed to get rid of that doom cannon, and I managed to get rid of four lasers. And as you can see, guys, I'll just zoom in a little bit here. As you can see, I did actually also manage to get that grappler down to about half health, which I was quite pleased with. I was hoping to actually get rid of that grappler completely, but I got it down to half health. And then I actually totally forgot to throw, my initial idea was, as they're building up energy from clearing, I'll throw that energy onto the shields, but I totally forgot to do that because I was too busy engaged with trying to shock the doom cannons and throw critters and whatnot. And so it wasn't till the end that I threw 1 or 2 artilleries on those shields. So I've got the shields down to under half health now, and I was quite pleased with that first attack. Got the grappler. I would have liked to have got the grappler as well. But nevertheless, guys, I got the grappler to half health, so I was quite pleased with that first attack. So, second attack, I was trying to decide what troops to bring, and I basically came to the conclusion that Grenadiers would be better here. In fact, I nearly brought Grenadiers from the beginning, guys, but for that grappler, I thought, well, you know, I can't really bring Grenadiers with that grappler or with that doom cannon there, quite close to the front of the right-hand side. Because they'll just like grab my Grenadiers and zap them away, and the grappler had well over 100,000 health, and I couldn't barrage the grappler away as well as throwing gunboat energy onto the shield. So I thought, right, well, that's why I wanted to try and get that grappler in the first attack. But nevertheless, I got half of the grappler in the first attack. So what I decided to do was I brought in Grenadiers and Medics for this next attack. And I thought, right, well, I'll barrage away the grappler because it was down to half health. So I thought, well, I'm able to barrage away that. The shields were already nearly gone, as you can see there. They're more than half health gone on the shields. So I barraged away the grappler. Also, just to let you know, guys, I wasn't boosted at all for any of these attacks. I didn't boost my gunboat energy, didn't boost anything. So no completely unboosted here for this attack, guys. So I barrage away the grappler, and then I come in with my Oh yeah, I brought bullet. I brought bullet as well, and I actually had the wrong ability with bullet. I meant to bring energy drink, and instead I had him on taunt. But I thought that still might work okay. So but it didn't really work as well as I thought. I should have brought energy drink, but I didn't realise I was on taunt. But anyway, so I let my Grenadier medics over here and bullet and just start clearing. And as you can see, guys, they do a really good job of clearing all of this stuff. Clearing. I flare back over there. I throw smoke on my medics to protect them. So I'm just clearing all of this stuff, and as you can see, just as long as I brought 3 boats of medics and the rest Grenadiers. So in case anyone's wondering out there, because these are only low-level lasers, they're only level 1. So just as long as you have 3 boats of medics with your Grenadiers, the lasers won't be able. The lasers won't touch them. I mean, they will touch them, but your Grenadiers will not die from all of the laser hits, because the 3 boats of medics is enough to heal them back up again. So so here we go, guys. This is me. See, I get bullets taunt up there because we're getting into the range of the doom cannons, but it didn't really work that well because he obviously dies quite quickly. I meant to bring the energy drink, but I'll bring that in the next attack. But yeah, so as you can see, guys, doing quite well here. Clearing. Put a shock on the doom cannons. Flare back over there. Just more clearing. And I'm thinking, well, this is going quite well. And it did go quite well. And I managed to get... I think there was a laser there and a laser there. And I'm about to get these other 2 lasers. So I got another whole bunch of lasers. I then flared. Now this was a bit of a mistake. I then flared up there because I thought, well, I then flared up into the up to the right there. That was a bit of a mistake because not only did the doom cannons pick off some of my Grenadiers on the walk, but then I realised that I was obviously coming straight into snipers, and snipers don't do. Snipers and Grenadiers don't really go so well together. So I kind of thought, oh, that perhaps shouldn't have done that. But nevertheless, guys, I still managed to get quite a lot done. And as you can see, in just those first 2 attacks, we have cleared pretty much almost that whole right section. There's only 3 lasers left and those 4 doom cannons. So yes, so clearing, and obviously just run out of time here. But yeah, got a lot more done on that second attack, guys. Got a whole pile more lasers, and got those sniper towers and everything. So yeah, I was pretty pleased with that. And then the third attack, because that went so well, guys, I thought, well, you know what, I'm going to do that again. So the third attack, and this was where I took it down, and I wasn't expecting to take it down. Oh, actually, I think I forgot to show you what I did with the shields. Now, again, in this second attack, again, I totally, the aim was the energy I'd get with the Grenadiers clearing, I throw it on the shields, but I was so busy engrossed in just sort of watching them and thinking, oh, this is going really well. I totally actually forgot to throw any energy on the shields, and so until the time ran out, I still had 43 gunboat energy when the time ran out, and it wasn't until like right at the last second, and it was a second too late, that I realised, oh, I should have thrown that on the shields. But it doesn't matter, guys, because the shields were already quite you know, they're very easily killable now. So yeah, I won't run through that again with you. So forgot to throw more energy on the shields, but it doesn't matter because this third attack, I make the shields. I brought in the Grenadiers and medics again with bullet. I now bring bullet with his energy drink. And the purpose of that is to deal with those doom cannons. I remember to make the shields a priority at the beginning of this third and last attack, so I finish the shields off. I throw more barrage and artillery on them. See, the shields are going down there, guys. So finish off the shields, and then the Grenadiers medics worked so well on the second attack. I cleared so much. I thought, well, I'm just going to do that again and see what happens, because I got the shields down, and I thought, well, I should be able to just clear all of this now. I must admit, I wasn't actually expecting to be able to clear the rest of those lasers and doom cannons, and also finish off the core as well. I thought I'd have to come back in for a fourth attack with Zukas or something, and finish it off with Zukas. But no, as you can see, it didn't. As you'll find out, as you'll see in a few minutes, I actually managed, my Grenadiers completely not only cleared, but we cleared and destroyed the core and the war factory here. So I bring land Bullit first, and as soon as he gets within range of those doom cannons, I start setting off his energy drink ability. As a lot of you out there know, guys, Bullit with his energy drink works extremely well. You have to wait, because he does shoot faster the lower his health gets. So you have to wait until like he's kind of almost dead, basically, and then do the energy drink, and he'll go really fast. So managed to clear all of those doom cannons. With the help of Bullit. Bullit just goes down there. He's just gone down there. Managed to barrage away, and that last laser, and the Grenadiers obviously helped with that. Shock on those mortars, because I didn't want the mortars to take out a whole chunk of my Grenadiers. But as it turned out, the medics were able to out heal the damage from those mortars there, and yeah, they basically just completely went on and took out the rest of the core, as you can see with their drunken throwing. Actually, it took out that laser behind the core there, took out I think, I can't remember if I take out that doom cannon, but it doesn't matter, guys, because basically we finish it off. So that's War Factory down in 3 attacks, guys. So there you go. So after having looked at what appeared to be a really, really nasty, what was potentially, I thought, going to be a really nasty, difficult War Factory, and I wasn't sure, and even, you know, as I was thinking about what to bring for second attacks and whatnot, I still quite wasn't sure how it was going to fit. I didn't anticipate that the Grenadiers would actually finish it off like that. I thought maybe, as I said, have to come in with Zukas. But so there you go, guys. War Factory down in 3. So definitely, although it does look nasty, I think this is definitely easier than it looks, I think, and it's definitely doable for lower level players. I think even if you've got like low level, like level 1 Grenadiers or low level Grenadiers, I think if you don't want to use Grenadiers, I think you could do what I did. You could bring the riflemen medics, maybe with 1 boat of Cryoneers to slow the defences down, and you could just bring those again on the second attack as well. Maybe even on the third attack, and then you could even, there was a spot round about where just a bit further in front of where Bullets sat there dead. Actually, there's a spot round about there where you can, once you've cleared all of this stuff, that you know, all of this stuff, all of these lasers and stuff on the left, sorry, on the right, then there's a spot right about where Bullit is, and you can park Zukas there, and you only need to shock the one laser and doom cannon that was up behind the core there. So, oh, pardon me, guys. So yeah, definitely, I was very pleased with that as a personal thing there. So yeah, War Factory down in 3, guys. So that is how I did it. I hope you'll be able to perhaps follow me. I wanted to try and make it as simple as possible for those lower level players. You know, I mean, I'd watched a couple of other people's videos before I started doing mine. I've seen some people use Zukas and get all fancy with Zukas and bullet and shocking him further up and then moving the Zukas back and all this stuff. But I just thought, well, mid and lower level players, perhaps a lot of people out there who are not comfortable and not confident enough to use Azukas like that, and especially this shocking the bullet trick. They perhaps don't know how to do that, not confident enough with it. So I thought, we'll just make it simple. See, I haven't had to lay a single Zuka in mine. I'm not saying you have to use Zuka or you don't have to use Zukas, and I think certainly my attacks here show that you certainly don't need to use Zukas. But there you go, guys. That's how I did it, and I hope this helps you if you still got War Factory to do on your map. So there you go. That's War Factory down in 3 there, and I will just show you my stats here quickly. I think I rushed through that. So maximum level troops, as you can see, I didn't boost anything. These are my normal bonuses, attacker bonuses: 45% damage, 49% health, and 110% gunboat energy. So yeah, so there we go, guys. War Factory down in 3, and I hope you're able to follow suit and do the same thing.